piano and go through that. We have to go through different sounds. We feel more passive about it. Something that's chaotic or something that does say that's example of the Laurent Thatcher behavior of the system as it's increased of our previous example. No matter where we started from, the points eventually spiraled in and converged to the original. We can see the waves that are behaving that way. We can see this converge moral butterfly like a structure, and its lines are moving circularly, so that's kind of whirling around, and it's kind of going in these directions that are very uniquely averse to that environment. So that's why you will see that they display another unique sense of part of the differential equations. In these initial conditions, you'll see that they have two starting pointers for the crescendo. So the thing above, you'll see, if you see the connective bit, you will see that they have connected, they have gone over, and they will then rotate in similar routes, and they diverge, taking on different paths within the metaphysics of these circles and how the chaos of the circles are implementing this movement. So you can see the movement, and you can see that is consistent. That they have had said that was a Laurent actor. You would have seen that is so from this example, you've seen that all the lines and all the lines between, you would have seen everything from everything that has put it through on towards the top. So if you see this circular thing, but now it has put into a linear form. And now the tractor in the verse has put this onto the B and the X and Y axle. Now, can you see that rotating? Do you see that rotating, mate? So you can see this example, you've seen that all the lines and all the lines between, you would have seen everything from everything that has put it through on towards the top. So if you get the bits of all the lines, you will see that the Celeste 25 would go across from the screen. But as it goes from this vertical, it will then start to drop the blue part. But you'll see the prediction diverges. When you see the orange part, you can see that it moves in a certain way, so that you will see that the determinism has given the state of the system of all future events will predictably follow according to the laws of nature. So if you get the bits of all the lines, you will see that the Celeste 25 would go across from the screen. But as it goes from this vertical, it will then start to... Oh my god. Yeah, mate. You can see that the interconnect of lines have verged, that they moved if the mouse has hovered over. So it says predict how our entire universe future. So it would be how they play out. We're predicting it. We're showing the initial prediction would play out in the motion of the planets. So we can see the whole planetary system in the air. So that is saying from maybe years, or the nodes, and seeing their interrelationships. You can see that so that is annually making a connection between the header of that part there. So you can see all the multi-complexity of the predicted actual, so that's part of the line there. So you can see that they've then started to find the intellect was nothing of that by the year 33, 34, 35. That is still rotating in its movement. So you can implicitly see that was increasingly seed for that. So it is quite a chaotic structure in itself, but it is very good to watch this video because we see the quantum mechanics, we see the strange attractors too. So we can see everything from a very theoretical sense into a very genius idea. Music is math, as air to the ears, and the frequency. So what I tend to do is I put them over to this area here, and I will then later save and put it onto the groups that I have across the platform, that I would paste it into my own group and keep it there. So this is going to be ready, and I don't want it to be interstitially taking too long. One of it is my social state, one of it's my genius state. An aspiring mathematician, you should watch this, because you can see the fractals, or the looking symbols, that they look and appear to look a certain way. That looks very intriguing and very nice as well. The Zencasted method was a note-taking system that you can use, but we're talking about the quantums of mechanics and nothing else within the subject itself, because if we use a different tone, we can have a adjustment to how relevant or irrelevant the subject is going to be as well. So we are going to see if we can play all these characters, and all these characters are played quite nicely too. And so that's two of the videos that had been downloaded. We've allowed for that there. Can we go back? So we have had the inspiring. We can go back to a history to find. So she's actually explaining our nervous system in this video there. So something, the line, the economy, all kinds of videos that we can come across and see for what it is, and we can see the entire value of that. I've updated my channel. It's completely continuously updating within the block of time, and we can start with a very simple model to a very more complex style of model of itself, and we dramatically see various improvements, and all the bigger sets of improvements that we can just also see itself. So we know that it's been until in a seeded amount of time that you'll see 8.91% was at my super. So that's showing a return on investment in this sense as well. So every example can be discussed, and it's making my point of view in every sense that I could understand what they mean to us. And it's talking about the story or the chapter or the exercise, and determining what Y is, and giving us these complex of lines, and drawing them on paper and converting them in a digital sense to almost what appears to be a fractal, or create a momentum, or understanding the complexities of these mathematics, and becoming very nerdy, and using a technology called AI technology as well, when reading all these books and becoming a super genius nerd and a super jock, and playing along with all my characters and all my intercededness, and having that 6, 7, 8, 1,000 times, 1,000 times more, and of course, a very cool, and being the very cool guy